Yo, what it do, YouTube? It is your boy ColtsTalk. We're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking the Tennessee Titans versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts face them for the second time this year. This should be a different outing, and there's a lot of speculations to go into this game. Of course, we're talking about Jonathan Taylor. We're talking about Nyheim Hines. We're talking about Shaquille Leonard, Julian Blackmon, all of these things in this video, and I think it comes down to what the offense and the offensive line is going to do for the Tennessee Titans. But also, it's going to be, can the Colts stop the run? The Colts' run defense has been an issue for multiple weeks now. It was worse last week for sure. But definitely, I think we're going to need that a lot this game. We're not getting any pressure on Ryan Tannehill in the first meeting. So we're going to try to figure out if we can get that this game too. The sidelines was a issue last time we met. So the sideline catches was there for the Titans. Across the middle was there for Robert Woods. He just carved us up in the first meeting. We can't have that again this time. But definitely Derrick Henry on the screenplays was another issue. We couldn't stop that. But we definitely need to figure that out for sure. If we can contain, I know Derrick Henry is pretty much almost unstoppable, but if we can get him from hitting that second level and try to hit his stride, because we know if he sees a corner or a linebacker that's pretty mid at tackling, he's going to run him over. It's that simple. So we got to get that figured out. Another thing is we got to have Isaiah Rodgers Sr. out there on the field. I think we've seen enough of Brandon Faison. Again, this is nothing against him. We know how much he knows the system with Gus Bradley, but when it comes to just talent, I think we all know Isaiah Rodgers Sr. is the guy you want to have out there on the field. I also mentioned this. Nick Cross should be out there against the Tennessee Titans. I think he has time. His time is due. I think he needs to be on the field. I think he can make a huge impact. When it comes to Shaquille Leonard, if he can play, that's a huge turnover maker that we're missing. We're gonna need him this game as well because he's another ball hawk that's out there. We're gonna need Julian Blackmon out there as well. He's another guy with Rodney Thomas who can just change the game at any moment, because we're going to need our defense to hit on all cylinders this game for sure to try to stop the Titans, because this is a big game for the Colts. We're on a win streak. The division is at stake as well. It's still winnable. And if we can get that going and actually win it, I think this can be definitely a mood booster and an ego booster to the locker room and for the rest of the season, because I think this is probably the toughest team on our schedule, because the Tennessee Titans know us more than anybody else. And if we can go out there and beat them, I think we can beat anybody. It's just that simple. So, like I said, this is probably the biggest game, in my opinion. Of course, you still have a lot of good teams on the schedule, but like I said, the Titans is just a team that you know best, and I feel like if you can beat them, you can beat anybody. It's just that simple. I'm not saying that the Titans is the best team in the league, but I'm saying for the Colts' sake that the Titans can pretty much do anything against the Colts, and if we can stop them, I feel like we have a great chance of beating anybody else on the rest of the schedule. Moving forward, the pressure, the edge rush has been invisible, and we need to figure that out against Ryan Tannehill. I think if we can get Ryan Tannehill to see a ghost, this could be a huge game for the Colts moving forward. The offensive line, the rotations that we have currently with Kelly, Nelson, Kelly, Pryor, and Smith should be what we're going for moving forward. I don't think we need to make any changes. That's if we don't trade for a right guard. But I think this is the lineup you need to keep for the rest of the season. With the tempo that the Colts was using on the offensive side, which is pretty much hurry up, fast pace, it works for Matt Ryan. We've seen he pretty much almost had 500 passing yards, and they won the game. I think that works for the offense, and I think that works for Matt Ryan. He's comfortable. He takes his time. Of course, we still have issues with the right guard spot, but that's because we don't have an actual right guard there. So that's known to happen. I think there's going to be more communication between Pryor and Kelly on that side. If they can figure out that, stopping Jeffrey Simons from, trying to destroy Matt Ryan, if they can figure that out, I feel like we're pretty much content of winning this game. Michael Pittman Jr., going across the middle. He found his spot of where he needs to go. I think he can have a huge game. Alec Pierce, he knows what to do. He can have a decent game. Our red zone targets need to be Jelani Woods. That's no question. Mo Cox, if he can do something on blocking and trying to catch the football, if he can get open, that could be a huge boost. Jonathan Taylor comes back. Nyheim Hines, if both of those guys are playing, the gameplay we've seen with Deion Jackson, that can be implemented with Nyheim Hines. That can be a huge thing moving forward. And then, with the offense, if the passing game is working like it was last week, that just opens it up for Jonathan Taylor. Like I said, the offense hitting all strides last week, shown that this offense can go to another level with Jonathan Taylor returning. He can go back to his natural self. And, that just showed the abilities from the offensive line last week. They pretty much did pretty good at blocking, and that can open up lanes for Jonathan Taylor. So all of these things are just, put the potential that the Colts can have moving forward. If the pass coverage is out there hitting on all cylinders like they're doing, if we can try to contain them on the run game, and the offense is hitting, because the Titans defense, they're good at, certain, sending blitzes. But in pass coverage, I think the Colts can pretty much dot them up like they did the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's not that simple, but I mean, it can be easy if we can keep that momentum going from last week. And that's what I'm seeing. So I do have the Colts winning this game. I got the Colts putting up at least 24 to 31 points in this game as well. So you guys let me know your score prediction in the comment section. How do you think the Colts are going to come out? I think the key players in this game is still Alec Pierce, Jelani Woods, Isaiah Rodgers Sr., and, it's definitely still going to be Rodney Thomas, but we're going to have to see what Kenny Moore is going to do. We're going to see what the linebacker group's going to do. The edge rushers, if DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart are both of those guys playing, how big they're going to be. They're going to be a huge piece in stopping the run. But for sure, I do think, the offense is going to be the huge reason is why they can beat the Titans. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.